Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just some...
Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Schneider charging forward, the ball at his feet. Van Basten goes looking wide. Messi. Out of play for a goal kick. And it's Messi. And he's had it nicked away.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Platini. Schneider, and they can counter here. That's a shade optimistic. That'll be a corner. And we have our very first corner. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Now it's Hullet. It's a pretty loose pass. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Messi.
It's a privilege to see the defensive great that is Franco Baresi.
Absolutely.
A marvellous tactical brain married to good pace and a technical ease.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, look at the space here. Vieira. Best. Now it's Hullet. Zanetti spots it and intercepts. That has been cut short. Cafu. Now he's got space here. Pass is just off target. Corner number 2 then. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. Cafu gets into a good position. Cafu made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. And the pass is intercepted. Brilliantly cut out. Kvaratskhelia.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That is a great pick-out. Best! He's found a way through! Goes for a shot! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead! That was a given. It always was.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Now it's Messi. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Messi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Messi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, what has happened here? Rijkaard, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory, and it's Iniesta. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Beckenbauer shifted it to the flank. Good chance here! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Cross deflected behind for a corner. So, third corner of the game. Cleared away. Ball is over the line. Ah, good steal, he just read it. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Is there any support? He might not need it. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Brazil, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. There's the start of the second half.
Brazil really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Some resolute defending there. He is just caressing the ball. That's a throw. Schneider.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And that is as far as they're going to go. And it's Beckenbauer. Vieira. Ambitious ball here. Well read, nice interception. And it's Iniesta. Schneider. Well, that's been cut out, well played. He's gone direct here. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's lofted through here. Not the most accurate pass. Tries to pass it through. That's going to go a long way. Botafogo are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Schneider.
Botafogo really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now it's Van Basten. Beckenbauer. Saliba is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Iniesta. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Now it's Platini. He has found a way through. Platini, a lot of space ahead of him. Baresi gets it away. Van Basten. Played out to the right. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Sneijder. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Pirlo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That has not gone well. Best. Best! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Camisa 6, camisa 5, camisa 4, camisa 12.
No question, that's a foul.
Para a entrada de camisa 17, camisa 15, camisa 9, camisa 3, camisa 10. Teremos uma substituição.
Czech breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Botafogo really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Best, great vision, and the shot! Oh, and that should have been two.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going two down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Well read, and the danger is averted. And now they can spring out of defence. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Bellingham. Can he get it through? Now this could be a chance. And the shot! It's a goal! And this is getting better and better. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Brazil are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal. And it's shoots!
He can get that clear. Tries a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And the lead is extended still further. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago. Chance! And it's in! Over the hills Touching them now! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Brazil are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Bellingham. Oh, this is He's gone for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And there goes the final whistle. Brazil really have hit the heights, a tour de force that has left their opponents reeling, and that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Best taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're on the way. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, the contribution from this guy, Fermin Lopez, will be key again. He's got the perfect fusion of energy and good vision. So he's going to be busy skittling around the field, both on and off the ball, looking for any space he can exploit. His game is full of devilment. He's a mischief maker.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Real chance! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Messi clears. Oh, good-looking ball. Can he get it through? He has found the way through. This looks promising. Best! And that is doing no harm at all.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Best. Battling for the right to play in the early stages. No way through. Thuram is sporting a guilty look after that.
Oh, he made it look a
terrific header. He will be livid with himself.
Vasco da Gama certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And here's Van Basten. And that's been won straight back. Strokes it back. Messi producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Thuram proves too strong, too smart. Marquez defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. That is a brilliant interception. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. He's in a great position here. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Shot a goal! It's hit the upright. Maybe goalless, but it is not without interest.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
And this is Messi. Nice control. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Brazil have themselves a chance from the spot. This to make it 1-0. 1-0, never any doubt. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Brazil are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Best plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now it's Messi. Messi! That is decidedly lacking.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Cruyff receives it in a wide position. Knocks it into space. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Oh, that's a key interception. He's in plenty of space here. And it's Messi. And Messi! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
And here's Hullet. And the shot! it's in!
Brazil really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Nicely shaped ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Platini. Vieira. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now, can they get him away? That's a lovely pass. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Messi, given the lift of his goal. Oh, they could break here. Now it's Gullit. Cruyff.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Looking to play him in. Oh, that's superb. And a chance! And he hits the net. Vasco da Gama are back in business. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping.
And we've reached half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. Brazil kick off the second half. Best. He's having a shot! It's in!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Brazil go into the lead. Vieira. Platini. Best quietly revving up. He's had it taken off him. Odo. Fermin. Now it's Pelé. And that has left him in a heap. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He's shifting through the gears here.
Brazil are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Marquez. And it's Thuram. And it's Olmo. Messi. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Fermin. And Dani Olmo. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, it's Van Basten. And he's away. Odo is onto this.
Vasco da Gama really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
That's a little off target.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Pinches it off him. Now it's Gullit. pull it. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. To increase the lead. That is some save from Khan. And that's a poor pen.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. And here's Platini. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Another corner. Any better luck this time round?
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Tries to get it clear. Great defending, strong and determined. Best! That is some save from Khan! And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Pelé. Fermin going face-to-face with his great rival. And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Pelé. Pelé. It's Pelé! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Cruyff is standing over this one.
We could be looking at a game-changing moment.
Pelé! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Great ball, and he's Fermin! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Pelé.
Subtlety has gone out of the window. They have to force it any way they can now, Peter.
The ball is loose, and the chase is on. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Van Bronckhorst. Platini. Fermin has created one goal already. Well, they've got it again. And it's Van Basten. Oh, this is a great position. Big chance! He has done it! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Substituição no time do Vasco da Gama.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So all square, and not for the first time.
Vasco da Gama really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Messi driving forwards.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Up he goes! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Otto. And he's in on goal.
Foram indicados 4 minutos de acréscimo.
4 added minutes on the board. Ribéry going full tilt down the left. Ribéry is in a... Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried. I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Now it's Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. Flings in across. Cruyff. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Out towards the flank. He's cut it out. And that is as far as it goes. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Look at the space. Best! A real chance and a real let-off.
Best really looked sharp out there. That first touch, sensation.
Vieira picks it up from the goal kick. Now it's Vieri. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Couldn't squeeze it through. Now it's Del Piero. Well, that looks a decent ball. It's an early cross. Loose. In he goes again. He's delivered all right.
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence, and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. He's picked his way through. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And the shot's on here. A lot of space ahead of him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Has a look and plays it forward. That is a brilliant interception. Early ball out from the back. Varane kept his eye on it, and he's there. Platini. Little doubt, that is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Looking to shot a goal! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Brazil grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Oh, what a mistake! Oh, well played, well played. Nesta is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, it's a great ball here.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Picked out brilliantly. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. It's gone for a throw-in. Has a shot! Oh, that is outstanding! About as smooth as it gets. Into the lead once more. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
And now he has two. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Wits. Eintracht Frankfurt looking to pass their way through. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
No way through. Oh, good-looking ball. Pirlo. Now, can they get him away? Reinders. Now that's well seen too. Vieira. Zanetti. On two now and looking for three. Bergomi. Best. This is Messi. Best. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Vermaelen. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
That gets things going for the second half.
Brazil really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Now it's Del Piero. Pirlo. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. That ball looks a good one. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Messi. And the shot! Vieira is there to clear. Nesta. And it's Vieira. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Messi. Knocks it out wide. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. So can they find a way to turn round this deficit? This looks promising. Oh, that was vital. And that has been clubbed away. Quarter of an hour into the second half. He's gone for goal.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He has found the way through. Vieira. Pirlo. He's a sharp little ball here. That's really well manoeuvred. Looking for options for movement. And he was alert to it. Zanetti. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, nicely intercepted. Thuram. Pirlo. And this is Vieri. Messi. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Knocks it into space. Vids. Nice looking ball. Floated through. It's a promising position. That's a corner kick.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Camisa 10. Camisa 6.
Brazil have the chance to go the other way.
Fechando o campo para a entrada de camisa 17.
Yeah.
Camisa 18. Camisa 22. Camisa 13.
And it's Neymar.
Camisa 20.
Neymar willing to penetrate opposition lines.
Substituição.
Chance! Oh, taken with style! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
He was always going to do that one way or another. A fantastic effort. Simply fantastic.
And very quickly climbs up big, And the ball's come loose here. Cafu is there, and he can get that clear. Looking for the run. Lahm. Great defending, strong and determined.
Brazil clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Ribéry crosses it in. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Crosses it in. Well, there's the clearance.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That's tidy.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Vermaelen tries to play it through. 1 minute to add, according to the board. And it's hoisted clear. And that is that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Brazil certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So off we go then. Pride, tradition, the game neither dares lose. Well, Jim, there have been quite a few lethal front threes down the years, but this man, Neymar, might have been a part of the best of them all.
I would say so. I mean, they won the treble in 2014-15, so it's hard to argue against that.
And in the first season, they played together too.
All three of them had great seasons, but I can't forget that game against the battle-hardened boys from Madrid, where they all scored.
Neymar got the first one, of course.
Ibrahimovic! Just a whisker away.
Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Dink through. Nice interception, well timed.
Takes a shot! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Argentina have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Good take, and is he in?
Great chance!
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Big chance!
Tried the volley, but no.
Neymar really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
Brazil have their second corner now.
Best! There's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood, and he executed so smoothly.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Brazil grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Pull it. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Gattuso. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Can he get it through?
And the finish! Goal, Brazil! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And yes, it's him again. Brazil get themselves into the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Half an hour played now. Messi. Nicely aimed pass. Ah, looks a smashing ball. Neymar, very much a man of this moment. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And here's Bale. Palmer.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Gattuso. Vieira. And the counter is on. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And he welcomes it in. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Out towards the flank. Brazil heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Now it's Bale. No, that's been intercepted. Saliba.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Gattuso. Now it's Hullet. And he's worked it through. Gattuso tries a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Gattuso clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
This possibly the last play of the half. The referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Brazil come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Brazil are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And we are already promptly back underway. Bergomi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Messi is eyeing up his options in the middle.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
The referee has given a corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Now, can they get him away? And this is Messi. Lovely bit of skill. It's a loose ball. Messi touches it back. Tries to play it through. Oh, shooting chance! Sticks it away! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here, because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Brazil go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Bale. And this decent chance! Up towards the front line. Gattuso kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Messi. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's Ibrahimovic. And here's Bale. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Messi is standing over this one. Messi! And they've got rid. He's in it. Shoots! Denied by an instinctive save.
Ibrahimovic is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. And the keeper beats it away. In by Messi. Ibrahimovic! Harmlessly behind. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Yeah. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. He's free, he has got space. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Camisa 11 vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 17. Teremos uma substituição.
Gattuso kept his eye on it, and he's there. Bale gets into a good position. Crunching tackle. Leicester did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Bullet. Messi. He has found the way through. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Ronaldinho. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Bale. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Thuram, a picture of focus and alertness. Messi. And it's Gattuso. Now it's Haaland. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now Gattuso. Best with 2 goals already to his name. Oh, that was vital. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Brazil get their 4th corner. And that's not going to trouble anybody. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Bale. Now it's Mohamed Salah. He's found a way through. Oh, good ball.
Teremos 3 minutos de
Gattuso.
acréscimo.
Bergomi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Ford shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And that pass just didn't quite work. And that has left him in a heap. Messi takes and that's it. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Best taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Brazil really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.